Welcome, everyone, to Removal of Masks. We're playing through the epic campaign, Masks of Nyarlathotep, published by Chaosium. Love to see you all back. A quick reminder that I'm legally obligated to give. Any interaction would be greatly appreciated. Hit like, share, or subscribe, or drop us a comment to let us know how we're doing.
We're thinking we better go up and check on Larkin in the Hotel Europa or España.
And he gives us a quick glance to Loveday and Ruby. Have we discussed any more the subject we avoided so adroitly last night? Are we still sticking to some kind of actual vampire tried to climb in the window?
It was a vampire. We saw it with our own eyes. Isn't that right, Loveday?
It is, and I don't like the implication that everyone's trying to say that we didn't see a vampire. We definitely saw a vampire. I don't know how else you would explain it. I've never met a man who could just make his mouth sort of turn into all teeth.
If you kick over a hornet's nest and find the queen, I'll be delighted.
I think I am so instinctively in search of authority. I'm already turning towards a policeman to ask for direction.
Hotel España, sí. You can see it at the end of the street there ahead.
Oh yes, I see. Marvellous. Thank you so much.
Have a fine day and a lovely stay in Lima.
Yes, thank you. Hasta la vista.
Maybe if we're in trouble with the law, you don't want to do that.
Oh, but policemen are there to help.
Go on, go on. Ask for Larkin.
Senor Larkin.
Oh, good. You can hear. Fantastic. That's wonderful news. Yes, Larkin,
Yes,
please.
I hear. I say you speak up. I hear.
No. Okay, so what is happening here? And I'm still doing this behind my back to try and get them to go. Yeah. We are the party of Mr. Larkin, and now a party can mean a fun celebration, as you're thinking. Quite correct. Your English is really fantastic. But a party can also mean a group of people banding together on a common purpose.
I'm going to see if I can continue to slip by.
You will need to roll a stealth check, please.
Oh, he's still asleep in his room, is he? He's still asleep in his room, is he?
Senorita, that's, please.
Yes, but he is still in his room, if anyone is interested.
Are we saying that I heard that?
It's too much. You could give me a listen check, Florence.
We're leaving.
You're all in jail. Yeah, you keep up this. You shout at me some more.
Come on,
I really am. I'm terribly sorry, and I'm just going to try and slide some money across the counter and say I'm so sorry. Do you know, I'm so sorry. If you could just pass the message to Larkin, we'd love to see him.
What is this?
We're going.
Throws it at you. Get out of my way! She comes. You guys see that police officer that you stopped and were talking to earlier, and he kind of walks with a brisk step toward the Hotel España.
Well, Florence is still in there. I mean, Valentine presumably is off, having a cigarette somewhere far away. I'm going to shout, "Stop! Stop, thief!" I mean, we said there was going to be a distraction. I think it's about time.
And you run the other direction. Okay. And Micheál runs. He's starting to get a bit puffed.
And we shot the vampire yesterday, so we've done it. We're off the clock.
Also true. And they didn't believe us. They showed no faith in our story. So.
Exactly.
So you knock on a door, and there is an answer. Yes, burly man with a kind of thick moustache. What can I do for you? Thick German accent.
Do you know if there's a man called Larkin on this floor?
There is English at the end of the corridor, last door on the left.
I'm going to attempt to pick the lock.
And Valentine, as Florence sneaks into Larkin's room, or someone's room, who might be Larkin's.
Oh gosh, I should... I didn't think of that.
You come up the fire escape. There's a figure resting against the wall. The sun beating down through the window on his sweat-soaked body.
If he's that level, I think I may try to move his jacket a bit and see if I can get a better look at the tattoo.
Okay.
Very carefully.
Florence, what are you doing?
So I turn around and I make a gesture to be quiet, but I think he's fairly unconscious. It seems to be some form of drug-induced coma.
The drugs, I told you.
Well, why don't we both try to listen at the door and see if anyone's in there?
Poor quiet, like...
Well, if it's empty, if there's no one in there, then maybe we can have a look. And maybe we could find
You
some
read too many
information.
novels.
Under the mattress, you find a golden mirror in the shape of a mask. And looking at the back of it, right, it's polished to a high sheen, so it's like a mirror.
Probably quite valuable, given the weight of the gold.
You've been having a good look at it as you're describing it or talking about it?
We are looking it over, see if
Okay.
we are missing anything.
Could you give me a power roll, please? Okay.
Failure.
It's okay. Kind of looking it over. Looks kind of weird. It's a bit creepy.
Oh, could
Why
I
would
take
there
a
be
look?
a mask without eye holes?
Yep. Take it.
Could I do the same?
Yeah, you start
Yes,
having a
I-
look at it and to see if you can get anything. If you want to make an archaeology or an appraise check, you can to try and learn anything about it. Valentine, could you give me a listen check, please?
Success.
Okay. You hear stirring from in Larkin's room.
Okay. Time to go.
Yes,
Larkin
put
is
it back.
waking up.
So,
Yes.
as you hear that and look, at the same time, Florence, you're kind of looking at this mask and looking it over. Give me a POW check, please.
Oh, extreme success.
Okay. Florence, you're looking at it. You kind of look at the mirror and you tilt it a little, and you kind of see your face looking back at you. You're bringing it up, and Valentine says something, but you don't really hear her. You're kind of staring into your own eyes, looking into this mask. And then you're looking out over an ancient stepped pyramid on a plateau. The pyramid breaks apart. Greasy white tendrils dripping with huge maggots reach upward from its remains, chunks of rock and stone flying across the terrain. People flee and scream in panic as the tentacles slash out, grabbing, pulling, dragging people back in toward the pyramid. The carnage is horrific. The huge maggots skitter out across the landscape, chasing those who get out of the reach of the tentacles. Maggots leap onto people, start sliding up and getting onto their faces, climbing into their mouths. People screaming, drag, get these things off them. Can you give me a sand check, please?
Failure.
Fail. Ooh, could you roll 1d6, please?
2.
You suddenly feel a strange shifting sensation. You take 2 points of sanity loss. And as you take a strange shifting sensation, you see your own hand reaching out, touching a large red rock that's warm to the touch. Everything is brightly lit. The sun is harsh. Next to this rock, there's a black pit that descends down into the depths of the earth. You look down, And something in you wants to go into that pit, wants to descend. So we're going to jump to Micheál. As you walk
Before
back.
we do, Guy, can I ask, is now a good time to take a break? We usually said we were going to take 5
Yeah,
minutes.
that'd be a good moment for a break. Yeah, perfect.
Sorry.
No, perfect plan. Give me a chance to quickly check something. I was not expecting this. So yeah, absolutely. Right, great. After a little break, we're all ready to get back in, and we're going to see how Micheál's doing. We'll leave poor Florence on tenterhooks a little longer. Micheál, did you decide to go back to the hotel, or oh no, you're going with the no? He told you to go away. That's right. So, are you going back to the hotel, or are you going to go and see if you can find your buddies?
Yeah, well,
I use the word
are,
buddies loosely.
Oh, you meant back to the so do I. Back to the original. No, yeah, I'll head back to where they are at a gentle trot, so as not to win myself.
Okay, good stuff. So you scoot along, and it's a nice clammy day in Lima. The sun is beating down. It is that winter, kind of coming into winter time, sort of end of summer. So it's got that you feel like it's going to rain. The humidity is at a high. But the sun is still warm, and so you're not in, as you say, not in his natural habitat by any stretch of the imagination. Gentle little trot back toward the hotel. Back toward the cafe, because I assume you're not going straight to the Hotel España. In the cafe, Ruby and Loveday, you are finishing off another round of coffee espresso martinis.
Slightly merry at this point.
Take it away as the merry ladies continue their chat.
Wait, up at the table though, can we spy Micheál or no? Going back to the hotel.
Oh no, you don't see him yet. He's coming back to you first anyway. So yeah.
We're just enjoying some drinks.
Could you both give me spot hiddens, please? As you kind of look at each other and have a little grin and laugh, and
A regular success.
and as you just casually glance out the window, Ruby, you see a figure moving slowly toward the alleyway beside the hotel. Now, you can't really see past the mouth of the alleyway because it's right at the edge of your field of vision.
Okay.
But you see this figure cross the road. It's a man in kind of worn, older suit, slightly shabby looking. His hair is tousled and unkempt and quite long, in that kind of old-fashioned Spanish style. And he just moves. Quick glance either way, moves over to the alleyway and disappears from your view into the alley beside the hotel.
Okay. Loveday? I'm pretty sure I just saw a suspicious character going over to the alleyway there. Don't make it obvious, but if you want to quickly glance...
Do you want to give me an idea check, Ruby?
Idea check. Oh.
Okay.
Regular failure.
That's okay. Loveday, your reaction?
For once, do not turn to look immediately. I'm going to maintain very direct eye contact with Ruby and say, I am feeling a little guilty that everybody else is doing things and we're just sat here. Do you think maybe we ought to be terribly brave and follow? Could be exciting.
I mean, I'm always up for an adventure, as long as it's with you. Let's do it.
Thank you, darling. Thank you. I feel exactly the same way. But I'm not suggesting we plunge in there all guns blazing. Why don't we just sort of sidle over and pretend to be having a delightful conversation at the mouth of the alleyway and just sort of see if we can spot anything, you know?
Yeah, this time keep your gun away, and we'll just have a little nosy on down there.
We'll
see
just
if we
look.
can see anything.
What's the harm in looking, right?
It's just casual. It's very casual, very breezy.
Yeah, breezy,
We've got
easy
this.
breezy, easy breezy. So we'll
Easy breezy.
So we'll get up from the table and easy breezy saunter our way across the road and have a fun conversation. I'm going to go at something very clever and funny that Ruby's just said, and then position ourselves so that hopefully one of us can see down the alleyway into the shadows.
Okay. And in the hotel room, Valentine, you heard the sound of Larkin rousing. You kind of turned back, told Florence that maybe we need to move. He's waking up. And she just stands there staring into this mask. Her
Florence,
face has gone ashen white.
put away the shiny
She
thing.
seems transfixed. Her eyes are wide, her pupils are really, really dilated. She's quivering slightly. Do you want to give me a medicine check? Please.
Mm-hmm.
Or psychology, whichever you
Oh, no.
prefer.
Oops.
Okay.
Psychology would have been better. I might do that.
Go for psychology. GM failed there. Okay. Not destined to be.
failure.
The dice don't like you today,
No.
Valentine.
They do
Okay.
not.
You're not sure what's wrong with her. She's just acting really strange. But definitely you can hear Larkin getting up in the other room. Are you going to close the door? Are you going to go into him and close the door? What are you going to do?
Oof. I quietly shut the door between this room and that room,
Mm-hmm.
and I go to take the mask away from Florence because she's just staring at the shiny thing.
so
She likes her
you
reflection.
turn back to take the mask. Florence. As I said, you're staring down this pit. And you want to. You really, really want to descend into this pit. It's drawing you in. You can hear his voice. Why are you calling me? Now that is interesting. And the tone, it almost shakes your mind with its intensity. Florence, could you please deduct 5 points from your POW permanently? So you'll need to switch into edit mode.
Oh, sorry. I don't know how. Oh, edit mode. Okay.
And reduce your POW permanently by 5 points as your mental energy drains away into the force of this connection you've made with someone out there. And could you please roll 1d6, and you're just going to lose 1d6 sanity. There's no sand check or anything like that. It's just the cost of contacting this being.
That's 6.
Okay, reduce your sanity by 6.
Oh, this isn't going well for me.
And that means we have a new rule come into effect. If you ever lose 5 or more sanity in one shot, you are afflicted immediately by a temporary insanity.
Oh no.
What does that look
So-
like?
Morven, Florence is about to go a little crazy. I generally don't take the character when this happens. Some keepers will say, okay, you're gonna have a bout of madness. I'm gonna. This is what happens. This is what you do. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna give you a prompt as to how this is impacting you, and then you're going to address how Florence would take this. While I'm picking what's going to happen, could you please add 5 points to your Cthulhu Mythos skill, which is down under C on your character sheet. That is the skill you can't get unless you get it.
How much did you say to add to that?
5 points.
5.
Yeah. And I'm going to ask you to roll a d10 for me.
Eight.
Okay. So Florence is going to be incapacitated somehow from some form of physical hysterics or an emotional outburst of some sort for 1d10 rounds. Okay. And I'm going to explain to you. Sorry, say again? So roll a d10.
I was just going to say, what does that mean? But
yeah, roll a d10, and it's that many kind of whatever you roll times 6 seconds thereabout. So it's around half a minute to a minute probably usually. So it's not that it's gonna long term disable you. Okay, so about a minute. Say a minute. Okay. You're going to be in a fit of hysterics of some kind. It could be an emotional outburst. You could be laughing, crying, screaming, or whatever afflicts you. Okay. The reason this happens, you realize, and you know, deep within yourself, that you've triggered an ability in this device, this mask, that has put you directly in contact with another worldly being, a supernatural entity of vast, unimaginable power, and he is interested in finding out why you've reached out to him. And you know this as a certainty, right? You've effectively just used this mask to cast a spell called Contact Somebody whose name you don't know, and you have reached out and you have expended a vast amount of mental energy, and you have created a connection between you and him through whatever distance of space and time, and he has responded, and he wants to know more. And Florence, Valentine pulls the mask out of your hands, and the connection is gone. And what do you do?
It's time to go.
He heard me. He heard me.
No, he didn't hear you. He's only waking up next door. He's fine.
No,
Let's go.
No, not him.
Let's go.
Not him. Not him. Not him. Not no. It's us. No. It's.
Okay, we need to leave the room. We go out this door. We go out the main door.
He's coming. He's coming.
We go this way. We go this way. Can I open the door?
He's coming.
Okay.
So Valentine, you realize if you want to move her, you're probably going to have to lift her or push her, or unless you have a psychoanalysis skill. It's a very new discipline, but there's this psychoanalysis. You can use it to kind of nudge someone out of a state of shock like this and temporarily kind of bring them back to their senses. But if you don't have the skill, the splash of cold water or push and carry the person is probably the way to go.
Can I talk her into going?
No.
No.
She's if you can tell she's effectively incapacitated by the panic. And from the other room you hear, Mendoza, is that you? I'm not okay at the moment. Just come back in a little bit. Mendoza is. One moment. As he hears this ongoing almost chattering coming out of Florence.
Okay, I may have to put my hand over her mouth and drag her out the door.
So give me a brawling check, please, Valentine. To basically you're grappling her. She's not really resisting, so a simple success is plenty. You'll do whatever you want to do once you just get a grab of her and
Where's
start
the
dragging her along with you.
brawl? Okay. These dice hate me.
So you grab her and you can get your hand over. You stop the chattering and the babbling, but she's kind of moving and trying to get free so that she can keep explaining to you. I think she's trying to explain to you what's happening, but she just keeps repeating the same thing and over. So you can't really get a grip on her and keep her mouth covered at the same time. But for now, the sound has stopped, so maybe that's enough. Ruby and Loveday, you ladies swan across the road having a little chit chat, and Loveday, you see the figure approaching the bottom of the fire escape in the alleyway. Could you please roll an idea check for me? As you get your first glimpse of who this person might be from behind.
Sorry, my mic was failing to unmute there. Could you remind me? There's a sort of general check.
Intelligence.
Intelligence.
Sorry, I gotta stop calling it idea. We'll get into the rhythm of the idea check later. For now, I just say intelligence check.
Cool. Failure.
No, just some man in slightly shabby clothing and long neck-length, unruly hair, in an old-fashioned Spanish style, starts to climb up the fire escape as you ladies saunter into this alleyway. Micheál, you see the two ladies just sauntering happily into the alleyway beside the hotel, kind of chatting to each other and
Drunk again.
I had one request.
Okay, you do anything or you just
Yeah, well, I'll head for
you
them.
go after them? Okay, cool. Ladies,
Because I go back into the fucking hotel.
you're entering the alleyway and this figure is climbing up the fire escape. What do you do?
I think I watch him, none too subtly, and I turn to Ruby and go, God, it would be a terrible shame if that was where Valentine had climbed up to, wouldn't it?
Surely that's not what happened.
No, I mean, it
They're
looks terribly
fine.
rickety.
They're fine.
Nobody would climb up that. Surely it's a death trap. Look at it, it's practically coming off the wall. I mean, I suppose, actually, now I'm looking, he's getting awfully close to the top, and those bolts are terribly loose. Is he going to be all right?
The GM is just rolling a luck check. But first he's rolling a listen check. Okay, and this figure gets he's on the platform, he starts walking up the first set of stairs. The fire escape jerks out from the wall again, slams against the restraining bolts, and holds. You see, he kind of gives a shrug as if he was almost expecting this. And as Micheál walks into the alley behind you, this figure turns and starts going up the second flight of steps. And you recognize Luis de Mendoza.
The policeman.
No, de Mendoza, the vampire.
Oh, the Mendoza. Right, okay, yeah. I knew that.
And
The
Micheál,
joke.
you see the two ladies standing there chatting, leaning on each other and looking up at this figure as he walks up this fire escape. And then you see his face as well, and it's de Mendoza just walking up the fire escape into the hotel where Florence is, and they're just watching him.
Still in there.
And they're just watching him and giggling.
I'm running for the main door.
So you're running for the hotel door, okay?
Front door.
You dart away, okay? Ladies, as you recognize Luis de Mendoza, what do you do?
Well, when I realise it's not actually the policeman, I'll then say to Loveday, that guy's got a bit of a sore shoulder there. Surely not. Is that the guy that we shot? Is that the guy that we shot? Still very inebriated.
It can't possibly be. I shot him really well, although I suppose he did run off rather quickly. And he is I'm not supposed to call him a vampire, am I? He's a Karen Sarah person. So it
Stop.
could
Is it
be.
Karen?
And sees you, hears you, turns and looks down from the fire escape. And a look of absolute rage crosses his face, and he leaps down from the fire escape.
Oh, we should
Suddenly
leave.
I'm sober. Yeah, I think this is time we go. This is time that
Grabbing
we
each
get a
other
wiggle
and
on.
running back into the public area.
Okay, great stuff. Great stuff. Would both of you please check on your sheets for me to see what your movement rate is, please?
Yes, I looked at this earlier. I'm a 9.
Okay. And Ruby?
I think is it the 8?
Strength is less than your size, but your dex is greater than your size, so yes, you should be an 8. Absolutely. Perfect. Okay. So you turn and start running. Loveday, you are much quicker on your feet than Ruby is. Not a lot, but you are quicker than your feet than Ruby is. Are you sticking with her, or are you following the maxim of you just have to run faster than your friends?
No, I'd definitely stick. I'd be trying to pull her along with me as fast as I
Thank
could.
God. Thank
Okay.
girl. God bless.
Okay, so the two of you sprint out of this alleyway. I won't assume in what kind of a disorderly fashion, but you run like the clappers, and behind you you hear a thud as de Mendoza lands in the alleyway and starts to chase you. And we'll come back to you in a second. Micheál, you dash in the front door of the hotel. Give me a luck check.
Did I get in before they ran out? Okay, luck check. Boom, boom, boom. Hey! That's not like him.
Hey, he's lucky today. Okay. So you dash into the lobby, and there is no Petronilla. She doesn't seem to be present.
Okay, good. Well, I guess I'm heading up to try and save Florence from,
Okay.
your man. So
you run up the stairs.
Hit the stairs.
Okay.
Yeah.
You barrel up and you slam through the door. Maybe try not to make too much noise. No, I don't know. It's up to you. Speed more important, or
No, I think just
stealth more important.
speed is more important.
Okay.
'Cause,
Slam through the door, and the first thing you notice as you barrel out onto the landing is into the corridor on the second floor, is there's a window right beside you, which has been forced open, and you can see the fire escape outside the window.
So he's in already then. So I will continue on.
Okay. You
Should I
turn
call
down the corridor.
No.
There are 6
Maybe
doors.
slow down now because I don't want to call until I know what's going on.
Yeah.
6 closed doors.
6 doors. The furthest away one at the very end of the corridor is slightly ajar.
Okay, I'm going to slow right down and move carefully down.
Okay. You cautiously edge down toward the door at the end of the corridor. Florence and Valentine. Valentine, this has all happened in the space of maybe 30 seconds, less than a minute. You have the struggling Florence. You've got her mouth covered. You're kind of holding still, hoping. Are you just holding position, or are you going to try again to drag her away with you at the door of the main door?
I was hoping she would just pass out, but she has not, so I'm going to try and drag her out again.
Okay, so you're going to try and drag her with you. Okay. Give me a strength. So it's going to be you're going to roll strength, and Florence, I'm going to get you to roll strength as well, please. And Valentine gets a hard success, and Florentine just gets a regular success. So Florence, you're not really cognizant or sure of what you're doing. You just know that you have to get this point across. You have to explain. You have to tell them. You have to tell her, and she's stopping you. and you're trying to get your mouth free so you have to explain to her, you have to get this point across, and she's trying to drag you out through the door, and she gets the door, she gets her hand to the door handle, and the door pops open, and Valentine, you kind of stumble backwards out the door, dragging Florence with you, and Micheál, you're just coming past this door as Valentine and Florence barrel out backwards out of the door, and Valentine has Florence by the body and has a hand over her mouth and is restraining her, and Florence is flailing around trying to get away.
Oh,
Okay, well, look, I'll be completely honest with you. It crossed my mind earlier on that yesterday, when we split up at the university, Valentine went off on her own and a young lady died. None of us saw what happened, really. So I was thinking about warning Florence earlier on to watch her back in case Valentine sprouted tentacles out of her face. So, having had Valentine say, I'm off for a smoke, and she turns out to be up here beating the shit out of Florence, I think I'm going to react pretty quick to this and separate the ladies ungently.
what are you doing?
Okay.
Gently.
Brawling check, please.
Where are we?
And
Where is my character?
Valentine, unfortunately, I'm not going to give you a chance to fight back or dodge against this, because you've come out backwards, and oh my god.
Wasn't
Okay.
so gentle.
Tell us what this
I'm
looks
looking
like,
worse, but
Micheál.
I'm doing it really skillfully.
However you want this to work, tell us what it looks like. That is, tell us what you rolled first, and then...
I think, right, I don't know what the fuck is going on, but I want Valentine back in that room. And I'm taking Florence out of here. Valentine's going back in the room.
To go back into the room.
So you just grab Florence, strip her away from Valentine, and body slam Valentine through the door. Okay,
That's it.
fair enough. I'll give you that with a crit. A 0-1. 0-1, absolutely, no problem. Valentine, you've no idea. Something just hit you. Something large just hit you from behind.
Valentine.
You have been barreled face first into this room. The door slams behind you, and Micheál, you have Florence by the arm. I assume you're gonna try and run.
I'll drag her with me. Let's go. Let's get out of
Okay,
here.
and as you do,
Because
Florence, you've
Valentine
got
and Mendoza do it.
3 more seconds of this fugue state to go. So as he starts dragging you down the corridor, I'll let you take over from here. And how does it go?
You don't understand. He's coming. He's coming. I saw the mask. I saw he's coming. He's
I know.
coming.
I saw him. Come on, we gotta get out of
The
here.
tentacles and the pyramid and oh my god, it's oh my god. You don't
You're like me
understand, you don't
trying to talk to a
understand,
policeman.
you
Come
don't
on, we got to go.
understand.
Let's go. Come on.
Oh my god.
Down the stairs. Come on.
Okay. That's yes. Down.
Let's go, come on.
Okay. Down the stairs.
And Florence, Valentine, the door between Mendoza's room and Larkin's room slams open, and Larkin is standing in the door, very, very out of sorts, very disheveled, leaning up against the doorframe. What is going on in here, de Mendoza?
This is a dream. Am I dreaming?
Give me a fast talk for that one, please, Miss Valentine.
Oh no.
Ah,
No. Oh, this is not good.
The dice hate you today. Right, Micheál just critically succeeded kicking you into a room. You fumble
I'm so
explaining
sorry.
the situation to Larkin. What the hell have you done to de Mendoza? Miss Cuprinola, Miss Cuprinola, Cupitina, whatever your name is. Call for a police. Call your son. This woman has done something to my friend. Would you like to try and take a moment and calm him down, and
perhaps I should try talking to him again.
okay. And are we gonna just talk to him and try and explain? In which case you role play through it, or are you gonna go for some more fast talk or persuade or?
I will go for fast walk again. Surely it will work.
Ooh, okay. So we are now pushing the roll. You shouldn't really be able to do this with a fumble, but
Yeah.
I'm considering it like a second roll. But I'm still gonna say if you fail, it's gonna go
no.
badly for you.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
And how did that go?
A regular success.
Okay. So talk me through a little bit how you're clarifying this.
See, the thing is, I was out for a walk and I met Mr. Gibendoza, and he said he asked me to drop his coat back to the room.
No, enough said. I understand. It's apologies. Let me if Miss Cupertina finds you in here now, there will be trouble in that case. Let me go and make sure she doesn't come. And he goes out into the corridor. You just stay quiet for a moment.
Okay.
We can't have her find you if you're here on an assignation. I'm sorry, my mind is a little fuddled. And he staggers out into the corridor. Micheál, you were not quite dragging Florence down the stairs. Florence, you're kind of slowly coming to your senses, mask still clutched in your hand. As you stagger down the stairs with Micheál, and you hear behind you a yell of Miss Cupertina, call your son, call the police. This is not. There's something wrong. Someone has done something to my friend. And do you keep going, or are you gonna turn back and try and go out the window?
I think I'm not really with it, so I think I'm gonna let you sort of tell me what to do because I'm sort of out of it.
I'm not familiar with the window route, so I think I came up the stairs. We're going down the stairs.
Okay, yeah. I'm not familiar with the window route either.
So you barrel down the stairs. There's two of you together. Whoever has the lower luck, please make a luck check. I'm going to guess.
Oh, sorry, I
it's
presumed
Micheál.
it was me.
Yeah.
Okay,
Fair.
you're barreling down the stairs, and you almost run into Petronilla Cupertina, tottering upstairs. What is the problem? What is going on? This not acceptable. Not. I tell you, there's too many things in. Oh.
No, not stopping. No, not with Mendoza upstairs.
Okay. I'll let you make a dodge check to get past her without knocking her down.
Not my highest concern, but here we go. Oh,
oh dear.
I should have just let you do it.
Micheál adroitly dodges around Petronilla Cupertina, but his grip on you, Florence, drags you directly into her.
Oh, so it was my fault. I got extreme success. Okay.
Florence, I will say that Micheál's having a pull on you means that you're a little off kilter and off balance, so you don't barrel directly into her. Your shoulder clips hers as you go by. What is your build, please?
Build. Which?
Oh God.
Where's that?
It's on the combat sheet, near to movement.
Combat. Build. Build 1.
She is build -1, which means she is two whole levels of build smaller than you. She is built like a 13-year-old child. You clip her with your shoulder as you go by, and there's this kind of moment in time where you're between steps on the stairs, half turned back seeing her out of the corner of your eye. Micheál's not looking, he's just dragging you behind him. And you see this frail octogenarian woman pirouette on the stairs. And next thing you can't see her. You're just down the stairs.
Oh,
and you hear crush behind you.
I feel
An old
really
lady
bad.
killer. Killed that old lady.
Do you stop to look back? Or do you keep running?
Look at what you did.
I mean, I feel like this is fairly collective. Are we stopping or are we rushing? Because 1 second ago
I'm
you
not
were
stopping.
dragging me.
He
You're
also
not
stopping
stopping.
for anything. He's going.
Well, I mean, unless you stop. I came up to get you, so if you stop, but like,
Okay,
I'm
I'm going to continue moving, but I'm going to yell over my shoulder. I'm terribly sorry.
Okay. Okay. Outside your door, Valentine, outside the door of de Mendoza's bedroom, you hear Larkin's footsteps down the corridor. And then there's a moment, a pause, and he lets out almost a womanly scream. Oh my God! Somebody call a doctor!
Oh, no.
What do you do?
I believe it is. Maybe it's time for me to go back down the fire escape.
Clank, 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 clank. Okay. No problem. You pop out the door. Give me one stealth check as you pop past the top of the staircase where Larkin is. Now he's pretty distracted, so you'd need to fumble this to not. Yeah, you're fine. So you tip, tip, whoop, quick, bye, and out the window onto the fire escape, and give me a luck check, please.
Oh no. Oh.
You land on the fire escape. It doesn't even wobble. Down the fire escape. And I will say you probably, moving quick and adroitly, you probably come out of the alleyway in time to see Micheál dragging Florence across the street as he just legs it away from the hotel.
This imbecile, where is he going?
Micheál, would you be running for the hotel like on foot, or are you going to go try and jump a tram, or what are you going to do?
Well, I presume at this stage I'm not like carrying Florence.
No.
And she's got her senses back. There's
She's
two of
on.
us in.
You're running through the streets hand in hand.
I think heading for the alley. That's the last place I saw the my Laurel. And
Oh,
Hardy.
so you come out of the hotel. You're about to cross the street. You kind of skid to a halt. You turn to the alleyway, and Valentine barrels out of the alleyway towards you.
Oh my
And
God.
goes,
Gone out.
imbecile!
Imbecile, you're crazy.
Going out.
Why did you lock me in that room, you moron? We were trying to escape. Florence lost her mind.
Quick check with Florence. Does Florence appear to be distressed by Valentine's presence?
No, it was the mask. It wasn't Valentine. Valentine did nothing wrong.
She had the psychotic break.
There's something. That mask is evil. I saw it. I touched it,
okay.
and I saw some.
Even talking about it, it starts. The babbling starts to come back. He's starting to get into that rhythm again.
I saw the thing, and there was.
Okay, Valentine, if you want to grab her again, it's fine. I'm really sorry about that.
Okay, the thing.
It's going.
Okay, time to leave.
It's okay. We gotta go.
Time to leave. I think someone got
There's
killed on
people
the
on the
stairs.
street turning to look now. There's people. And you hear from
We have to find the girls.
hotel. You hear shout, "We need a doctor! Somebody get a doctor!"
What did you do?
There was. I hit an old lady. I felt very bad about it.
You hit an old lady?
I hit
Why?
an old lady. It was an accident.
Oh,
She came my shoulder, and I
You
she
should
was so
never
tiny,
go
I
on.
didn't mean to.
I will never take you on this kind of expedition again.
Okay, guys, there's only one cop in this town, and it's her son, and if he gets here,
I don't know that.
We should go.
it's always him, so we have to go.
We should.
Okay, we go. Let's go.
We go.
Okay.
ideally with our friends. Are they here?
No, they're not here. They're long gone.
Where
Speaking
the
of
last
which,
time I
that?
saw
Speaking
them,
of
they were
which-
yelling at the old lady at the desk. Like,
But they were here in the alley a minute ago.
there was
Speaking
no one
of
in the
which,
alley.
Let's switch to the foot race between our slightly inebriated ladies, or moderately inebriated ladies, and the vampire or Karasiri. So we're going to take a cinematic moment here. The two ladies. Would it be fair to say you're shrieking a little bit, or are you just in run and be silent mode?
Full shouting from me, just screaming.
Okay, two ladies hand in hand, shrieking, sprinting across the street, scarves flying in the wind behind them, handbags swinging, making pretty good time though, considering the whatever footwear they have on probably
Oh, we're
isn't the
rapid.
most oriented toward sprinting. Dashing at high speed down the street away from this hotel, toward the nearest tram, probably, and behind them, de Mendoza, long gate. It's like Terminator 2, the long strides and almost like can run like this forever gait, right? But he's not fast. And there's no way he's going to catch you unless people get in your way, unless a policeman comes out to stop you or something. But no, you reach the end of that street. You have the presence of mind, I think, to remember which way you came from the tram the last time, and you dash around the corner. And I would like whoever of you has the lowest luck, Ruby, to give
Is
me
that
a
me?
luck check, please. I'm pretty sure it is. You got 30.
I've got
I think,
30,
if I
yeah.
remember. Yeah. So could you give me a luck check, please, to see if there's a tram there waiting?
Right. It's a regular
did you-
failure.
Just a regular fail. Okay.
It is.
There's no tram here right now. Would you
Perfect.
like to wait for one or keep running?
Absolutely not. We're keeping running.
Can I be scanning the crowd as we're running to see if I can see a policeman or a large man of some description who might be able
We're
to
running
help
from
defend
the
ourselves?
policeman.
Okay.
No, we're running.
So-
We're hoping not to say
So
policeman.
you are running and you're looking at the passers-by. It is lunchtime, probably just after lunch in a Peruvian city. Most likely, most people are letting their lunch settle, having potentially a little rest time. The streets are not super busy, thankfully, because otherwise there would have been a lot more people noticing the craziness that's been going on.
The shrieks.
But you do spot a quite large, burly-looking chap with a large, kind of bushy moustache. He's wearing kind of long shorts, almost like you'd say knickerbockers. He's got a light tweed jacket on and bracers, I think. Yeah, braces, holding up these shorts. And he's walking the same direction as you, and you kind of sprint past him.
Can I push him towards the vampire?
I was going
So
to ask
you're
you that.
not you're feeling.
Yeet him.
So Ruby grabs him and starts manhandling and trying to manhandle him toward de Mendoza. And do you want to try and explain at the same time?
I'm just going to be shrieking, Sir, that man's trying to attack us, sir! He grabbed my friend, sir, you must help us! And I'm quite pathetic looking. I'm very waifish and consumptive because of my terrible constitution.
Okay.
So I'm hoping I look pathetic enough that he's going to just go for it.
Fantastic. Okay. He isn't too discombobulated by Ruby trying to push him around. He is quite a large chap, but he does. Ach ja, what man? And he turns back and with his thick German accent, he kind of looks up the street. and I will take care of it. You ladies go. And would you like to keep running?
Dankeschön, sir. And just, keep running away from both of them.
Okay. Okay, so you continue to run on down the street. I'll have you both give me con rolls, please, to see how we're getting on with this extended period of running.
Oh, extreme success for Ruby.
Ruby is absolutely fine.
Let's go.
Sorry.
And a hard success.
Hard success. Thank
Oh,
you.
and Loveday, a hard success, under half of 35. You are not letting the slightly thinner air or the hot climate or the exertion slow you down. You both just sprint flat out for the Hotel Española. No, Hotel Maury. Behind you, you hear a kind of strange guttural roar and a funny gargling scream. But I assume you're not looking back.
It's information I don't need. I'm just going to keep running.
Okay, you keep running.
I feel like Ruby would look, though. I feel like she would have to have a cheeky look back.
I don't want any more secrets behind me. You have a little look over your shoulder. De Mendoza is on top of this large, burly German gentleman. And he has his
Sorry,
mouth
lad.
clamped to his chest. And he is
Took one for the
proceeding
team.
to have a snack. And you keep running.
Better
Bob,
him than us.
Micheál, Florence, and Valentine. You kind of, at this point, you would hear that kind of guttural roar from down the street, and followed by a "ah!" scream from down the
Is it
street
far?
toward the tram.
Maybe we should not go in this direction.
Let's avoid that.
Yes, let's go a different way.
So you head off down a different direction. Looking
Different way. Different way.
Okay.
Different way.
Fabulous.
Different way.
So you make your way probably quite as calmly as you can back to the Hotel Maury, and we'll say after the various other minor trials and tribulations, we'll say you all get safely back to the Hotel Maury. Are we going to be regrouping in a room, or would you just all sit around in the bar?
The bar.
Refreshing ourselves and waiting.
That sounds like a good show.
I think
But before we refresh ourselves and wait, before you order more fucking alcohol,
I will say the two ladies will make it back before you because they've been sprinting full pelt back to the hotel, and it's only a few blocks away. You guys are taking a bit more circuitous route and going a bit more cautiously. So the two ladies are probably well ensconced in the bar.
no, I do think
reassuring each other and calming each other. Maybe having some water.
I think Loveday would actually have pulled Ruby up to a room because De Mendoza knows the hotel we're staying at, so we wouldn't want to stay somewhere he might come across and find us.
True.
Good thinking. So you're up in your room, one of the rooms, and
Have ordered a
Micheál
drink to
and
the room.
Ruby.
Okay.
Micheál and Valentine and Florence, you arrive back to the hotel.
We should probably.
Am I correct that I've still got a mask in my hand?
You can have it in your handbag if you prefer.
In the hand. Okay.
we should probably get out of the bar in case the policeman comes in. Maybe we should be out of sight.
Out of sight.
I think we should find the ladies.
Yes.
And consider a change of hotel.
They might be.
Regroup.
Oh look, pardon-moi, there's a cat in here.
The strays are all over the place.
All over the hotel. Everywhere.
Okay, so you are we going to regroup in a room and start talking about change of hotels?
See if they're there.
Okay, go knocking on doors. I'm going to say the first door you try. one of them answers the door with a glass in hand. Which of you would it be? I'm easy.
I feel like it should be Loveday's room that we're in, because you're...
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm going to open the door and say, "You would not believe the day we've had again."
Trust me, we've had worse.
Why are they always drinking?
Micheál does not look impressed. I'm gonna say his expression on his face is everything.
Well, come
Maybe
in,
we
come
should
in,
get
come
out
in,
of the
come in.
corridor.
Yes, come in, come in. Shut the door behind you. There's a Karen on the loose. It's dreadful.
A Karen?
What?
You might have missed it earlier. That is what Loveday has started calling the Carasiri because she can't pronounce
I'm
Carasiri.
sorry. I missed that one.
Oh dear.
Okay. So are we all going to update each other, fill each other in, or
Go for it, in character. Come on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
who's going first? What
we
the fuck?
we went into Larkin's room, and he had a tattoo on his chest. There was like a spiral. He was unconscious, some form of drug. There was a bottle of heroin. He was unconscious, but I saw the tattoo and it's weird spiral with the flowers, and it was weird. And we had a look. We couldn't find anything else. And then there was the key to the vampire's room, and we went in there, and there was a mask, and Valentine looked, and there was nothing. But then when I looked at it, I had this horrible vision, and there was pyramids and tentacles and bad, and there was a voice, and it knew me, and then I had I think a panic attack, and then I got rushed out of the room, and then I hit an old lady, and then we were rushing around, and then we were here.
I feel like Ruby's going to grab Florence's hands and just try to calm her down and say, everything's going to be okay.
I think she may have inhaled some of the heroin fumes. You'll be okay.
Loveday's just going to try and pass her own drink to help steady her nerves.
I don't know if that's a good idea.
And Valentine, did you look at the mask?
I did look at the mask, yes. We found it under the mattress in Di Mendoza's room. And I didn't see anything.
Dunk.
Nobody answered that.
That's on the door of your hotel room.
Shh.
Whose room are we in?
Loveday's.
It's my room. Does that mean I have to go? Okay, no, this is fine. Do you
No.
Do you hide? Do you all hide? What? Okay. I'm just going to go answer the door. I'm going. Everybody be quiet and look casual. Look,
Why?
nothing's happening.
Oh my God. Okay, we hide. We hide in the bathroom. Let's go. This woman, she's crazy. Why are you all crazy?
Okay, so you usher them all into the bathroom, Valentine, as Loveday goes to the door. Micheál, are you letting yourself be bundled into the
Oh yeah,
ensuite?
I've had no trouble for one day. I will have my weapon at the ready just in case.
Loveday, you open the door. You just open it up, or you a little peek through the crack, or
I'm going to open it sort of slightly in such a way that it looks like I might be in the middle of something, but not in such a way that someone can just see everything that's behind me, if that makes sense.
okay. At the door stands Jesse, and he's like, "Do you know where the others are? I need to talk to y'all. I've worked something out. It was right there in Figueroa's papers. Can I come in?"
Oh God! Yes.
He's clutching the notebook in his hand and he's kind of looking sweaty as if he's just like run here.
Thank Christ it's you. We're having the worst day. Get inside. Everybody come out of the bathroom. It's Jesse. It's all going to be fine.
This is maybe good news, but maybe not. Maybe bad news.
Well, tell us.
He looks around. He's like, "Wait, us? There's no one else here."
Would you all please get out of the bathroom? I'm having quite the day. Please, you make me look insane. Get out.
He stands there watching as the four of you see, come out in procession out of the
We all ate bad seafood.
I see you've had a worse day than me, by far. Look, I've worked something out. Here, and he spreads out and puts the papers down on the desk in front of you. So if we all turn our attention to roll 20 for a moment, and I'm just going to regather us all on the board. Florence, so you're not any longer looking at the lovely Larkin. So you should all be on the board now, and you should all be able to see Figueroa's what's her name? Trinidad Rizzo's notes on Gaspar Figueroa's papers. Okay. And he slams his finger down in the middle. Here, look. They pried out a large section of the gold. That's when all this started. They were perfectly normal explorers until then. They broke a seal of some kind, I think. Do you see it? Do you see it there? The gold fragment at the university. The burned what's his name? De Mendoza. That's it. That's got to be the bit they pulled out of the walls with the inlay.
Oh, but why would he want it?
Well, it's gold.
Well, aside from that.
Well, these conquistadors, that's kind of what they were here doing. They were pillaging and looting things everywhere.
But why would he want it now? He must know it would hurt him, surely, if he was the one who pulled it off first time around.
Well, no, that's not the question for me. The question is, what happens when we put that gold back in the temple?
All right, I have a question. Is Mendoza want us to get up there, or is he on board to trying to stop us? Does he want that gold back?
I don't think Mendoza cared about us all that much at all. I think he was going for the professor. And Rizzo. They're the ones that had the info. Maybe he overheard us saying we were going to talk to them, and that's what spurred him on, but I don't think he has any interest in us. Larkin seems to want us at the temple. But what for?
But the Larkin, he seemed scared of the Mendoza.
But they didn't want us bringing that piece with us. How would they have even known we'd know about it?
Where's the piece now? Do we have it?
We?
Would any of you have carried it away with you, or would you be more likely to leave it in the museum?
I believe we took
I
it
would have
with
left.
us.
I would have left it, but
I went downstairs after.
You did?
After Valentine was down there. One of us took
Yeah,
it.
it was in the box.
I'm pretty sure Valentine took it with her. She brought the box.
Yeah.
So she would, if Valentine thinks she brought it back to the hotel, then I'm going to say with all the confusion and the hubbub and the vampire and etc., Valentine could very well have brought the box back to the hotel, and the professor wouldn't have noticed. Jackson probably doesn't realize either that you still have it, because he just said it's back in the university.
it's better he doesn't know that we
Oui.
got it out.
You say that?
Above the table.
I mean, he's probably just going to go, let's go back and get it, you know?
Say it through our eyes.
Go, back in character. Back in character.
Well, this is all very well, I must say, and I'm fascinated by the theory and the history and everything. I'd love to read a research paper on it one day. But my pressing concern now is that there is a very, very nasty man who can do very terrible things to a person out there. He knows where we're staying, and he seems to quite urgently want us all dead. So I think perhaps we should make a plan about that and then revisit the whole breaking the seals of hell and all that later.
But
what does everybody think?
He didn't come after us. He like if he'd wanted us dead, I would have thought he'd come after us last night.
Well, he didn't need to.
Or
He
do you
just
think
waited.
he needed to heal up? Waited where?
Well,
Oh, we're just after bumping into him, Jackson.
Oh, you saw Mendoza?
Yup.
Yeah, he killed a German lad. He was trying to kill the women.
You don't know that.
Killed
You
a
don't
German
know
fella. I don't know who killed
See
that.
that. They didn't get to that part of the story yet.
yes.
Slightly Germanic screams, but
But they did see Mendoza over a very large man.
You guys did. But remember, it's two groups. You've only shared half the story so far. I interrupted you.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yes, so we will...
Specifically to cause confusion.
Yes, Mendoza's just chased us across half the bloody city trying to kill us, and it's only us managing to get some poor German fellow in his way that stopped him at all. Last we saw him, he was eating the chap, and he's very probably on his way here right now, and there's nothing we can do about it because the police hate us, apparently, which has never happened to me before in my life. And I just think it's slightly more important that we deal with the Karen that's after us than that we worry about golden seals right now.
Hang on, you sacrificed a German man?
It wasn't like that.
Jackson is frantically patting around his jacket looking for a pipe.
Oh my god, how much did you drink?
The German man was very large. I thought he'd just stop him, and Mendoza seemed very focused on us, and I admitted it wasn't supposed to be a sacrifice sort of a situation, but that's how it turned out. And do you know what? Rather him than us. Right, Ruby?
That is exactly right, yes.
Oh my dear. Okay. Well, it seems that he just wants to eat you, so we should be fine.
Yeah, well, I'll come back. I'll come back later, guys. You all seem to have a lot to talk about. He kind of gathers up the papers and the notebook.
Crap walks away.
Yeah, edging back toward the door.
Jackson, seriously, you're not safe either, man.
No, I'm starting to get that. No, I'll see you. Maybe tomorrow morning. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think I need to. I need to make a plan. He turns to go out, puts his hand on the door handle.
So are you going to go on the expedition tomorrow still?
Yeah, sure, yeah. I'll see you at the expedition.
What? T. Mendoza's just tried to kill to kill these two crazy women. So how are they going to go on the expedition now? He's just going to eat
He's
people.
He's gonna stand there with the door open, looking back over his shoulder. Close the door. Could you maybe tone down the talking about killing and?
No. Why? It's factual.
Yeah, but if everyone in the world hears you, we're gonna get in trouble.
We didn't kill anyone.
But
Well,
also,
In fact,
we're all
people know you've been hanging around with me. I mean, I can't even get out of this. Look, we need to go back to the university and get this piece of gold, and we need to.
Well, why would we need to get it?
I don't know. You guys got me all worked up this morning about this whole vampire thing.
You seem to get very easily worked up.
Maybe we just need to get out of Peru.
Why?
Crazy vampire hunting for you? That's what you just been telling me.
I never said he was a vampire, just
that
that he
for
tries
sure.
to eat people. He could just be a cannibal.
The Carasiri de Mendoza is hunting you. For now, maybe. Have you folks been drinking a lot?
Some of us.
Yes, what does that have to do with anything?
He seems almost speechless. Actually,
No, but
I'm
look,
not sure
everybody.
You're
my
accepting the momentous import of this situation. If you guys are honestly saying there's a crazy Mendoza is looking to kill you, whether he is a creature or a vampire, or Carasiri or not, or a cannibal, whatever he is or isn't. The mere fact that he's hunting for you. I almost would say it's time to prioritize your safety, even though it means I don't get what I need from my book.
The thing
The
is,
scared man has
chaps,
a point.
I'm having the most terrible feeling because in any story you read about vampires or creatures like this, they don't really stop. So if we did just leave and go home, what's to say he won't follow us and pick us off one by one? I think we might need to stop him with a little more finality if we can figure out how to do it. And shooting him didn't work, so I'm all out of ideas.
There is safety
Best
in
of luck with
numbers.
that.
We need to stick together here, I think.
I think a good idea we've heard is
Look,
the...
I'm not getting on very well with the police either, so I'm not sticking around.
The only
Perhaps we
real
should,
idea anyone's had is Jesse's idea about popping the seal back in the pyramid. So, I mean, I know the professor wasn't in particularly good shape yesterday, but there was talk of him putting together an expedition. No? So why don't I just go and pay him a lot of money and we'll take him up to the pyramid and we can try and pop the seal back there. We'll leave Larkin behind.
Why don't we just jump a steamer? Why don't we just jump a steamer to Puno? We get there faster than Larkin in some ship, in some trucks. And pay some folks up there to rent us burrows and go up ourselves.
Well, exactly.
But you don't even know what would happen if you put the piece back in the pyramid. You don't know what would happen.
Well, I don't even know. I don't even know if this guy is really a Karasiri or whatever you say. I didn't see a Karasiri. I'm only... I don't know. I think I need my head examined, but I'm starting to again... I think it's the look in Florence's eyes. It's discomforting me a bit.
She's going through the drug withdrawal. She'll be fine.
It's not drugs.
She has
I
a
had
death
very
wish.
bad day.
She kept creeping into men's rooms. She's death wish. You always check the rooms
It's
are
a
empty
very
first. You don't
bad
just go in.
day.
Does anyone want to give me a psychology check for
Did
forget about you crazy people.
Did we
For
forget about
Jesse or Jackson?
So call we.
Wow, Micheál.
Yeah.
Okay. Micheál and Ruby, you guys get the distinct impression that Jackson is veering in and out of thinking there's something wrong with all of you and worrying that you seem to have too united of a story. And if it's a mass hallucination and kind of a delusion, he's kind of going too complicated. There has to be something to this, or like it can't be a prank. So he's like looking around and you see these emotions crossing his face, like what am I gonna do here? These folks, they seem to actually believe what they're saying. But you can see the internal struggle that he's also wanting to go, you guys are all crazy. I'm going to continue on the dig. Maybe we should have you guys committed.
Can we show him the mirror?
I was waiting to have a group discussion about whether or not we show it to him, but
Mirror?
I can reach.
What mirror?
Well, I open up my handbag, and it's
You kind of don't even want to touch it right now.
It's the bag.
He reaches in, he takes it out, has a quick cursory glance at it. No useful relevant skills. Has a cursory glance at it. Looks like it might be worth something. Seems to be gold. But he
Okay,
doesn't.
well,
He doesn't try and study it or look at the engravings or anything like that. He actually hands it over, puts it back on the table among you all. So if anyone is interested in it, from an
I
archaeological
will look at
perspective.
the symbols on it if we can.
Okay. So on the front of the mask where the geometric shapes and symbols are.
Mm.
Okay. Do you want to give me an archaeology or an appraise check?
Bum, bum, bum. No.
Anyone else?
I've got too much fear when I've seen it, so I don't want to mess.
I'm going to look at it but not touch it, if that's okay.
Yeah. You're a bit creeped out by the Florence's story.
Everything that Florence has going on right now is just...
Florence having a bad day.
Many red flags.
Bad day.
Okay. Okay. Love day.
Sorry.
Yes, you have a look at the mask, and you realize it's similar in design to artifacts found at Tiwanaku, which is a pre-Columbian archaeological site in western Bolivia. It's definitely not something that should be of a kind of provenance for this region.
I will just relay this information to the others.
Okay. You also, one second, get the impression that it's a similar design to the pendant that that Larkin showed you the night before last.
So it's probably from the pyramid, like the ones you showed us then.
He said that he bought those trinkets rather than finding them.
Oh yeah.
But he said he bought them from someone who
From
had
someone
them,
who had.
got them from the pyramid. Yeah,
Yes, but that's not a direct sign that he's
exactly.
been there directly,
Oh, yeah.
but that he's found someone, or that's his story anyway.
Okay, so anybody else having a look, or are we cautiously putting this mask back into the bag, or
I don't think anyone else should touch it. Not after what happened to Florence.
I don't get what she's talking about.
I want to look into it.
You want to have a look in the mirror?
Valentine. Yeah, well, Valentine said it was fine.
Okay.
Florence is a bit shaky. But
Okay, so you pick it up and
I'm
go, well,
looking
what
at
the heck
her.
is this business on about? So let's see how Micheál gets on. You have a look at the mirror. It's really shiny. It's really glossy. It's got
good looking fella in there.
got a reflection of you in it, and you kind of start looking toward it. And again, it comes through your mind. Why would there be a mask with no eye holes? What are you supposed to see? So roll me a POW check, please, Micheál. How'd you get on?
That's not good. That's a failure.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it's just a weird fucking mirror that looks like a mask on one side. Don't know what the fuss is about.
Grand. Okay.
Jesse's looking at you. So nothing strange about it.
Not that I can see.
Well, I'm not crazy, and I don't I wouldn't have said I believed in any of that mumbo jumbo, so I'm not making it up. There's something wrong with that thing. There's something very it's bad. It's evil. I don't know. There's something.
Well,
It's
that's okay, Miss. Uh, I think we need to make a decision because it's getting on in the day, and if we're gonna grab a steamer to Puno, we should probably get moving. If we're gonna move hotels, we got to do that pretty sharpish, or we won't get a room. And if we're staying here and going with Larkin in the morning, well, then we can just do whatever we want to do, and life is all good.
Well,
Mendoza's coming with Larkin as well, right? That was the idea.
Well, that was the plan, yeah. Now, whether if he knows you've seen him, he knows you guys are all armed as well, doesn't he?
Doesn't seem to stop him.
Yes, I, for one, am not going anywhere with Larkin. He cavorts with vampires or Karens or whatever. And, I mean, even if all of this supernatural stuff does turn out to be complete bunkum, he's a heroin addict. Why would we ever go into the jungle with a heroin addict? Seems like a terrible thing to do. I've met many of them. They're not good, even in London, even in the city. Why would you go into the wilderness with one? It'd be dreadful. I think we should for sure move hotels immediately. If it's a cost thing, I'm happy to front all of you.
Sorry, you're saying that Larkin is riding the dragon?
Yes.
We believe so, yes.
the evidence suggests as much.
Oh, that's not great.
Exactly. No, I think we should try and recruit the
Valentin,
professor.
how do you feel, Valentin, about this idea, this suggestion that you're gonna just split off and leave Larkin behind?
I do agree with the drunk lady that it is not in our best interests anymore to go with Larkin. However, he will probably go to the pyramid as well. So we may well meet him there. But then, I believe without Mendoza, he's not that dangerous. Because if he's taking drugs all the time, he's not that strong, he's not that fast. So if we could give Mendoza the slip, then we could go with Larkin, and he wouldn't know what we know.
Are you talking or thinking?
She seems to be speaking out loud.
I am speaking.
Well, I'd say Larkin was looking for an expedition to get to the pyramid. Is he going to get there drug-addled on his own? Lucky.
Well, he wanted us to help him, didn't he? So.
I have a question, folks. He was gonna bring you all to the pyramid, and he kept talking about all of us to the pyramid, and he kept talking about possibly bringing away more gold. Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
What gold do you think he wants to take out of the pyramid?
He's going to peel it off the walls of them tunnels.
Any gold you can get.
If I'm right, and if this text says what I think it says, what's going to happen if there's not just one small piece of that seal missing?
Huh.
Who knows what could burst free from the pyramid? Florence?
Yes?
You have a little mini meltdown at that point, I believe.
There's the pyramid, and there's the tentacles, and
Yes.
there's the talk, and it knew me.
Yes,
it knew me, and it saw
big
me,
octopus.
and
Yes.
it's coming, and the tentacles in the box, and the
Can we get her a drink?
Can I slap her?
He's coming, and he knew me, and he knew me, and he knew me.
And I think we'll leave it there, folks, with that little outburst from Florence, who unfortunately is probably not going to be able to articulate what she knows may happen when the seal is removed from the pyramid. Okay, we'll leave it there. Thank you very much. Another fantastic escapade. I'm quite enjoying this, I have to say, despite the fact that things are derailing left and right. They're all derailing in a very satisfactory way for the GM. But yeah, I'm loving how much progress we're not making. We have gone from one hotel to the other and back again in the course of an entire 3-hour session. But but it's been an absolute pleasure watching you guys. I don't want to say struggle through this, but definitely role play your hearts out through this. So fantastic. And thank you very much to everyone who's watching as well. I hope we're having as much of a blast as everyone here seems to be. And I hope you're ready to keep watching these bright young things on their seemingly rapid descent into insanity. Subscribe if you want to keep track of when episodes and sanity levels drop. And go ahead, drop us a like, all that stuff. Remember, looking forward to any kind of comments and pointers, anything you can tell us that you enjoyed or we could do better. But just no spoilers, please. Especially the route this is going. I think there's plenty of crazy stuff to come. But with that, we'll see you all next week. Thank you very much.